Hey YouTube, what's going on? I hope everybody had a fantastic 4th of July. Everybody was safe and sane and had a couple drinks and a good old time. So we're back again with the second part of the General Yanwu. This is the General himself. And I'm going to end up having to finagle how do I do about this, just because of the space that he takes up is a little bit bigger than what I have. So what I have on here is the main body, and then I have what is considered, I guess, his cloak. I'm going to have to take it off camera and flip it around. This thing is pretty big. It's a good foot wide. It gives it some girth. That's for sure. Should be a blast to paint because it is a cloth material. Couple things to consider on here though is that I do have to heat up a few of these. They're on the lower side, like this one, because it actually prevents the daughters from sitting appropriately, and it kind of pushes against the base. You know, normal warpage is easy to fix. Some hot water or a hot hair dryer that gets hot enough, easy peasy. So I will kind of show you how I have this. If I can swing it around without hitting the camera. I did end up pinning and magnetizing this, and so for the rest of this video these are actually going to be removed, but you can see I have a magnet in there, the original pin, and I didn't glue the whole thing together just for ease of painting and putting together. There's 2 magnets there in this one, double and then the stock pins, sockets, and then I did throw in some small pins in here just for extra stability. And of course I did my super glue and baking soda mix, making my own insta resin to connect those, and I have had no issue. I'm going to get these out of the way because, like I said, they take up some damn space. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you guys a little bit closer here. So what I've got here is the main body. Now these holes are actually for some tassels that hang off. There's a hole that's up on the shoulder. And you want to know when a kit is a keeper? Yeah, that's blood. I ended up stabbing myself with the knife. But you know, always end up saying, you know, if you bleed on a kit, that's a keeper. That's going to be a winner. And I stick true to that. All right, so I do have magnets down here in the skirt sections. Of course, the magnets back here for holding on the cape part. A couple here, a couple there. There's magnets all over the place. All right, so we'll start off with the head. So of course you've got this part that's just going to pop in like so. The reason that I did this in 2 separate pieces is for ease of painting the back of the teeth, both for this head and that head. And look at that detail. Is that just crazy sick or what? Now keep in mind, I do still have to do clean up on some seams on here, so don't judge on that. But that snaps on just like so. You have the head crest, which I didn't have to magnetize, but I did because I can. Very awesome. Now going into here, this is one of the only places that I put pins, and that's because magnets just would not work. But you can see that fits in nicely like so. I'm going to pop that out so it doesn't get in the way. All right, let's see what we should tackle first. Let's do one of the arms. So on here, easy peasy, right in. You've got the shoulder piece, just like so. You've got the sword hand, which I love how crisp the details are. Just sick. And speaking of the sword hand, so this is the whole sword. And it goes through there, and what I ended up doing, there's a magnet on the back of there. So it can just go in like so. Pop on. Easily done. We will do the other arm. So there is one of those seams that I pointed out. You have the other shoulder piece. Again, just snaps on nice and tight. On the back here, you have these. Which just magnetize right in like so. Now down on the skirt part, you've got that one. And that one you've got for the front. And then for the back. And that is pretty much it for him. Alright guys, so here we are back again. This time we have the base. Kind of changed up the angle a little bit. Now what I did on here, if you remember, is I actually got all the pieces warmed up and fitting appropriately. There were a couple pieces that I had to snip out just to make it fit a little bit tighter. We've got the base down here. Now I do have actually several pins running through pieces on here. So this will not come apart at any period of time. I will probably take some either clear resin or clear epoxy and just secure those in the gaps. But that seems to be working just fine like so. You do have two skirts that go in here. And these were kind of a pain in the butt to do. But that one, there is a magnet, but it fits in there tight. But you can see on that. You know, one on this other side. And then for the main body, we're going to reach over here and grab it. There is a magnet in that post. But you can see how that ends up sitting on there. We'll stick the sword in. And I think I can get the hairpiece on there. Yeah, I don't want to chance it. I don't want to end up breaking anything. So I'm not going to end up putting that on there. I'm missing a hand. What did I do with it? Well, that's not good. It could not have gone too far. Now watch. It's probably... Yep, see? Figured. I'm leaving this blunder in there just so you guys can see some of the dumbassness that I do. So look where his hand is. One of the things about working with magnets. If you have other magnets, it's probably going to get stuck to one of them. So there is that. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut here real quick. I'm going to stick the daughters on there and then go from there and give you guys my thoughts. Alright guys, here we are back again. I got the daughters on there. I do still need to do some finagling with like the skirt. I do need to remake one of the daughter's fingers over here, or find it in the carpet. I still haven't moved this table to be able to get to it. You can see I have it on a base here. It looks pretty good. Out of this, with everything on there, it's big, guys. It's big. Well worth every penny. Now, I picked up this base on Amazon. It does have multiple color functions to it, and I don't know how this is going to turn out. We still got enough light on there, but I think the base was $9. Like I said, I do still have to do some finagling as far as getting the daughters to sit on there appropriately. I think I need to put a pin through her foot into the rod, and then something with this one so that she sits up closer, maybe a magnet in his hand and a magnet in her waist. But I am very pleased with this. This actually has some different functions. You can pause it in the middle of a cycle if you like a certain color. So like I said, guys, keep an eye on PK King. I don't think he has anything new planned for this year, maybe for next year, but the pieces that he does have out, even though that they're oldies, they are still awesome. They still do end up remaking new molds as they get worn. Keep in mind, this one was done back in 2012, so almost 5 years ago. Baphomet, which I am about to show you guys, was actually done 2000. I'd have to look at the box. It was either done 2016 or 2015, I think. And then I have Azure, which was casted and everything about 3 weeks ago that I just got. So I'll be doing that as well. Hope you guys all enjoyed this. Stick around. More goodness coming. As usual, peace out, YouTube.